Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Quit talking about it. Get right.
Greystone, travel.
Rodgers going to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 280. Block.
Shoot.
Under 10. Under X3. 218. Chop it.
Kill. Deuce.
Let's go. Great. Sunday.
Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
56 to Mike.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 53 is the Mike.
Here's Rodgers.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 46.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Delta.
53. Mike, 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Rodgers now to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still
And again, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Jones. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Sunday.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming. Check 13.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
258. Inside. Run right.
From the 17, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. I got you, pop.
Jump out.
Mike, 53.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A tackle that time by William Hayes. From the 45 on second down, Wentz. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Switch gears. He's checking. Crack. Slam.
Play action. Now Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
No.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 52's the mic. Check 50.
Hey, box truck.
Screen, watch the screen.
To throw is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stay with your man. 450.
Check 53's mic. Check 53's mic.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Packers first down.
Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Jim.
Blue draw quarter. Back north.
53.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Don't get nervous.
Watch out.
Topper. Hey, check 26.
Check 53's mic. Check 53's mic.
Hey, high 7.
53's the mic. 53. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Hey, you block over here. Any weapon. 26.
Mike 53.
5.
I don't think you got it, son. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Boxing. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Now Rodgers. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Easy. Now,
53, check 53.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up second and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
26, number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Not today, you are.
Number 50. Hey, 88.
53, check 53. I smell fear.
Rodgers to throw once more. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go one more.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
56, Mike, 56. Come on, dude.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. That punt returned 69 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting. On kickoffs, punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result. Wentz will try again on second down. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Here we go. 120!
56. Watch the car. Whip. Go. Watch the whip.
5-9.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he rips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it'll be second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards. That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
258.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Inside. 6'6". Bullet high.
He's checking crack.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
258.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
53.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Inside.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
399.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, Charlie.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Gatling to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 12-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the back. Watch the back. Let's go. Hey, we got...
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 53. They can't hang with us. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Hey, 88.
Get him.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now a play fake. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. I got it. 53 minutes.
On second down now, it's Howard. And some space here. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10. Yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
70, Indy.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
They go again with Scott. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And it's third down.
On the double.
4-2.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Shoot.
Kill.
Now a give, right side. It's Scott. He's got a first down past the 30. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
General West. What? Squeeze.
They'll throw it here. Etling. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Etling. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Here we go. 60 out ball. 2-set bomber. 2-set bomber.
Back to throw, Etling. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bahama. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it an extra? And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. William Hayes able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Couple of nice plays right in a row, and it's an Eagle 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Etling, he's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Etling to throw. Hurts over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Green Bay, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile,